3 of my clients got their exes back last week. That's right. 2 of the exes were avoidants, fearful avoidants, who resurfaced after long periods of silence, and they showed the same patterns I'm about to explain to you. So for those who say you can't get an avoidant back, well, apparently you can. And all 3 of the exes were women. For those of you who say you can't get a woman back with no contact, well, apparently you can. So in this video, I'm going to explain exactly what avoidants do when they secretly want you back, but are terrified of losing control. Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or to get over your ex. And welcome back, my beautiful no-contact army. Have you downloaded my app Silencio to help you stay in no contact? Well, right now, I am going to give you a copy of my book, No Contact Secrets, if you leave a review in the App Store or on Google Play, not just a rating, a review, and then send a screenshot of that, and we will send you the book. And if you too would like to join our No Contact Army, all you have to do is subscribe and hit the bell notification, and you're in. Okay, so avoidants don't stop wanting you. They stop tolerating emotional exposure, meaning that they panic if you say, I miss you, I need you, where's this going? They sense that they're losing control of how close you're getting to them. So when an avoidant misses you during no contact, it doesn't feel romantic to them. It feels dangerous. So wanting you back means vulnerability, expectations, and emotional responsibility. Don't confuse their silence with not caring about you. Instead of coming forward directly, they move sideways. They don't start with bold declarations. Only someone who has a secure attachment style can do that. To an avoidant, distance feels safer than honesty. Watching you from the shadows feels less risky than standing in front of you and asking for another chance. So they start by orbiting you, and they may go to places where they know you'll be. In fact, one of my clients who got the ex back, he works at a beach, and the ex would show up at the beach and would just stare at him. Sometimes she would wave. Or they start stalking your social media. They scroll through the posts, they like old photos, they read the comments. It's their way of saying they're still there without having to say anything at all. And the orbit isn't just about you. It's about them trying to manage their guilt and their longing because they want proximity without intimacy. Silence keeps them safe enough to stay curious. Now, next, if you have mutual friends, they start testing the waters through them. And they try to sound casual, throwing your name into conversations as if it's no big deal. Avoidants are masters of indirect communication. And they'll casually say, hey, how is she doing, by the way? They want to know if you're dating someone new, or if you seem happy, or if you ever mention them. And they pretend to be half interested, but inside, their heart is pounding because they wonder if you're still interested or whether you hate them and have moved on. And then finally, when an avoidant secretly wants you back, they start sending mixed signals, our favorite, right? Which, if you weren't listening to me, you'd be confused. So they'll text you about mail that you left at their place or something practical. Actually, one of my clients, his ex, texted about a parking pass, and she could have asked for this parking pass at any point, and all of a sudden she says, well, I need my parking pass, and you didn't give me back my parking pass. And she sounded angry. It's like, well, just ask for the parking pass. What are you so upset about? That was just the excuse. It wasn't about the parking pass. She wanted to see if there was another chance. Yeah, they'll text about something practical, but then the conversation lingers longer than necessary. And they might make reference to an inside joke, and just as things are warming up, they'll pull away and then show back up 3 days later. Or their message may be disguised as concern. Hey, just checking in, or Hey, saw that you haven't posted for a while. And this is actually less about your well-being and more about calming their uneasiness since you're not chasing them. Testing the waters feels safer than saying what's really on their mind, which is that they miss you and they want you back. That level of vulnerability for an avoidant feels unbearable. So they throw out a breadcrumb to see what you're going to do with it. Avoidants crack doors instead of opening conversations. So they reach out with a, hey stranger, or hope you're doing well, or emoji reactions, or songs, or memes. So if it's low effort, it's best not to respond because that's not a conversation, it's a test. They're checking, are you still emotionally available? Will you rush toward them? Will they immediately lose control? And if you respond by overengaging, asking questions, or reopening emotional territory, they're going to shut down. So the tone that we're going for is warm, neutral. Think of how would you respond if you heard from someone that you weren't that interested in, but you weren't totally turned off by them either, right? So you're not like super excited to hear from them, but you're also not like, ew, what do you want? You wouldn't be effusive. And I just learned that word, so of course I had to include it in a video. So you wouldn't say, oh my God, I miss you so much, or I thought I'd never hear from you. So don't ask, what do they want? Don't push for clarity. Don't explain your feelings. Instead, you're going to answer briefly, neutrally, and warmly. Hey, hope you're doing well. Or good to hear from you. That's it. And then you wait, because the follow-up is the data. Their second message after you answer is their real message. If they want reconnection, they'll send another message, or add context, or ask something, escalate slightly. And if they don't, they fade. But either way, you learn the truth without exposing yourself. Avoidants move in increments. They need to feel safe after the first reach out. Confirm that you didn't demand more than they're ready to give at that moment, and regulate their nervous system. If they say, I've been thinking a lot lately, I've grown so much, that relationship taught me a lot, that is longing, but with armor on. Because with avoidance, clarity comes from their behavior, not their words. A low-effort text followed by nothing is your answer. A low-effort text followed by a second, more grounded message is interest. Let them show you which one it is. Avoidants don't come back loudly. They come back carefully. The more grounded and unattached you are, the safer you become to return to. Okay? So now I want to hear from you. How long have you been in no contact and how is it going? And if you would like my help to get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net/coaching and we will send you the rates. They are not on the website. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. If you're listening to this as a podcast, also be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And finally, remember, love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.